The history of the Indian subcontinent is full of bloody battles and heroic commanders. Well, the Battle of Gangwana was one such engagement. In 1741, the Kingdom of Marwar engaged in combat against the combined armies of the Jaipur Kingdom and the Mughal Empire during the Battle of Gangwana. The Jaipur Kingdom and the Mughal Empire fought under the banner of the Mughal Empire. The conflict resulted in a peace treaty that was advantageous to Marwar and brought an end to an era of Jaipur dominance in what is now the state of Rajasthan. Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to tell you about the famous Battle of Gangwana and the events that followed. So, let us begin. The Mughal Empire started a phase of decline in the early 1700s, following a century of expansion in the preceding century. The invasion of the Mughal Empire by Nadir Shah and the subsequent sacking of Delhi in 1739 brought about a significant decline in Muhammad Shah's prestige as the Mughal emperor. The empire's capacity to govern itself was further hampered by the ongoing hostilities with the Maratha Empire, which was located to the south. As a direct consequence of this military and political inferiority, the Rajas, who had been regarded as Mughal vassals up until that point, were granted an increased level of authority. Almost immediately, civil strife and open conflict broke out within the Mughal territory amongst the several lesser kingdoms. Jai Singh Kachwaha II of Jaipur was one of the Rajas who were now in a position of authority. Beginning in the year 1721, Jai led a campaign of political and military conquest over the northern regions of India. Through the use of his newly reorganized army and his political will, he was able to annex or vassalize a great number of minor Rajas. In the year 1727, he established the Kingdom of Jaipur, and not long after that, he instituted a policy of intervening in the internal affairs of others. At the beginning of the 1700s, the region of Marwar was ruled by two brothers from the Rathore clan named Jai Singh and Bakht Singh. Following the assassination of their father in 1726, the two brothers participated in a civil war, during which they used Maratha warriors as a weapon against their adversaries and ultimately emerged triumphant from the struggle. As a result of these activities, they became separated from the Mughal government, which at the time was involved in a struggle with the Marathas. Bakht Singh, the Lord of Nagaur, made the decision in 1739 to coerce concessions out of Bikaner and solicited the assistance of his brother, who was serving at the time as the Raja of Marwar and Jodhpur. After the Marwar army laid siege to the Raja of Bikaner's capital, the Raja of Bikaner sent a request for assistance to Jai Singh. In a letter that Jai Singh wrote to Abhai, he asked for leniency for Bikaner, which was a request that Abhai flatly denied. After that, Jaipur made a threat to invade Marwar if fighting wasn't stopped immediately. Bakht Singh was turned against his brother by Jai Singh when he was bought by Jai Singh to sign a separate peace agreement with Jaipur. After this, Jai Singh placed his troops in close proximity to Jodhpur and issued a threat to raze the city to the ground unless the siege was ended. In the end, Abhai was coerced into giving in, and he signed a treaty that said the state of Marwar would pay the Mughal emperor 1 million rupees in gold and 25,000 rupees in jewels and 3 elephants as Nazarana submission. In addition, Marwar agreed to make a war reparations payment to Jai Singh in the amount of 200,000 Indian rupees. In a span of 4 days, the payment would be processed. In exchange for it, Raghunatha Bandari and 4 other lords were to stay hostages. Without Jai Singh's authorization, no prince or baron of Marwar could try to secure a private audience with the Mughal Emperor. In addition, the Raja of Jaipur must act as a mediator between Marwar and the Marathas for the state of Marwar's ability to maintain its international connections with the Marathas. Last but not least, the men who will serve on Abhay Singh's council must be chosen by the Jaipur court. The Rathore nobility voiced their displeasure with the peace pact, stating, "Our noses have been hacked off by the Kachawas." This outraged many of the Rathores. In the year 1741, Abhay Singh started assembling his army in Jodhpur in order to get ready for a war of retribution against Jaipur. Jai Singh was able to detect these moves and promptly invaded Marwar with his army, as well as that of his friends, vassals, and every surrounding Mughal fortress. Bakht Singh arrived at Merta, which was the forward camp for the Rathore and Marwar army, as the Jaipur force continued to move forward. When he entered the Raja's Durbar, his fellow Rathores rebuked him for betraying them and forced him to leave the room. Bakht admitted his guilt and made a commitment to command his own personal cavalry force in combat against the Jaipur army that was approaching. Camp was established at Kuchagaon by Jai Singh and the Jaipur army approximately 18 kilometers or 11 miles east of Pushkar Lake. For the purpose of defending the encampment, Jai set up a lengthy line of cannons facing in the direction of the Marwar. The combined army consisted of between 400,000 and 1 million troops from Jaipur and the other states that were Jai Singh's allies. Bakht's army was composed of 1,000 Rathore horsemen that served under his direct command. At first, Bakht Singh waited for additional troops to arrive. As a result of the lack of reinforcements, Bakht Singh got resolved to launch an assault against Jai Singh using the meager resources at his disposal. Bakht Singh and his soldiers rushed the walls of Jaipur, and they swiftly broke past Jai Singh's rifle line. As the Rathores galloped through the Jaipur army, they were responsible for the deaths of thousands of soldiers. The level of cavalry penetration was so high that the Rathores were able to break through the Jaipur army's rear defenses and begin their attack on the baggage train. Tents and supplies were destroyed, and Bakht took possession of Sitaramji, a personal family idol that belonged to Jai Singh. The Jaipur army fled in panic as the Rathores charged from one end to the other of the field, wreaking havoc on the enormous masses of bewildered men and horses along the way. Within 4 hours, the Rathores had taken control of the field. The fighting front was like tigers upon a bunch of lambs, Sir Jadunath Sarkar is credited with saying in a statement. At this point in time, Bakht's force had been severely weakened, and only 70 of his riders were still alive and well. Bakht suffered wounds to his own body after being shot and then pierced by an arrow. Since Bakht Singh could not see any adversaries on the field and the direction of the artillery was covered by smoke and dust, he signaled a retreat which forced the evacuation of the surviving Rathores. The Mughal component of Jai's damaged army began firing rockets toward the battlefield. During the course of the conflict, Jai Singh's army suffered the loss of several thousands of its warriors. According to the historian Jadunath Sarkar, Chahar Gulzar Ishujai of the Harcharan Das, who was an eyewitness to the battle, inflated the number of fatalities suffered by Jai Singh's forces during the conflict, stating that 12,000 of Jai Singh's men were slain and another 12,000 were wounded. The Mughal emperor had dispatched 10,000 men along with 3 of his generals to assist Jai Singh in holding the Marathas in check. However, the battle generated a great deal of panic among the Mughal troops, which resulted in a large number of soldiers deserting their posts. Following the conflict, the Mughal generals were only able to call upon 100 of their remaining soldiers. Narendra Singh's narrative of the conflict, which can be found in his book titled 30 Crucial Battles of Jaipur, is entirely fictitious. According to him, after Bakht Singh had lost the majority of his men, he began shouting for a duel with Jai Singh II. This infuriated nobles of Jaipur, who insulted Bakht Singh and told him to leave the battle in an honorable manner. When the Raja of Shahpura saw that Bakht Singh was bleeding profusely, he accepted the duel on behalf of the Jaipur Raja and was defeated. When Bakht Singh saw that Jai Singh would not come out of his defensive position, he ultimately gave up and retired with his men along with the rest of his troops. After the battle at Gangwana, the Jaipur army maintained control of the battlefield, although suffering considerable morale damage as a result of the assault. Even the bards of Jaipur were unable to stop themselves from praising their adversaries' bravery and granting it to them. Jai Singh was left with no other option other than to flee. After 1 month, on July 8th, both sides met in the middle and traded captured loot from the conflict with each other. In the latter part of that year, the Maharana of Udaipur served as a peacemaker between Marwar and Jaipur. Gangwana was the last fight that Jai Singh participated in before he passed away 2 years later, having never been able to recover from the trauma he sustained as a result of the war. Ishwari Singh, who was 25 years old at the time of his father's passing, succeeded the kingdom after Jai Singh. In the year 1748, Madho Singh, the stepbrother of Ishwari Singh, besieged the city of Jaipur with the united armies of the states of Kota, Bundi, and Mewar, as well as the Marathas. At the Battle of Raja Mahal, Ishwari Singh was victorious against the combined force. Ishwari Singh's joint army was able to hand an embarrassing defeat to Madho Singh's combined forces. It was a significant victory for Jaipur, and in order to remember the event, Ishwari Singh constructed a tower with a second story in 1749. This tower was given the name Isar Lat, but it is more commonly referred to as Sargasuli in the Tripolia Bazaar. The responsibility of putting everything together fell on the shoulders of a man named Ganesh Kowal. Isat Lat has a total of 7 stories, each of which is octagonal, and there is a round gallery after every 2 stories. Ishwari Singh was defeated during the Battle of Bagru, which took place approximately 20 to 25 kilometers away from Jaipur. He was compelled to pay tribute to the Holkars as well as hand up territory to Madho Singh. Ishwari Singh, the ruler of Jaipur, ingested poison, and his queen and concubines committed Jauhar out of fear that Holkar would rob them of their honor. Around 5,000 Marathas marched into Jaipur on January 10, 1751. The Rajputs' repressed animosity finally came to the surface, which led to the outbreak of a riot. Over 3,000 of them were killed by the Rajputs. So this is all the time we had today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel to view more of our amazing videos. Oh, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel and do hit the bell icon on your way out. See you all next time, folks.